You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County, Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. A little chilly though. I'm actually cold. 57 degrees going up to a high about 72. So it's a little chilly, but it's going to get nice. It was beautiful yesterday. Just beautiful, man. I can't wait till we get this thing contained so we can get back to life. I don't know. I can't say life as usual because I don't think it'll ever be usual, but I can't wait till we just get back to life. However, I am grateful that I have this time to spend with my family. We're all locked down together, and it's a good thing. You know, it gives us a chance to connect and bond again, so that's a good thing. So I'm not even going to complain, but it's just nice when, excuse me, it's just nice when you can actually go out and do stuff and, you know, move about, because you get used to that kind of stuff, and you really don't know how much you miss it until it's gone. You know, they say that, you know, you don't miss your water till your well run dry. That's the truth. You don't know how much you miss something until it's gone. Once it's gone, you be like, man, I really missed that. Do you ever find yourself missing things? Some of the things you know you shouldn't have in your life anyway, but you still miss them. Anyway, today is March the 26th. Yep, we've got, 5 days before this month is out. We're going into April. Yeah, time is moving fast. Again, we'll be in the fourth month of this year in a couple of days, in a few days, and woo, everybody was looking forward to, like, I heard somebody say yesterday, man, I was getting ready for my beach body. Now, here's the thing, I don't have a beach body, never had one, probably never ever will, but I'm not going to even lie. Being locked up in this house is no joke. My daughter must have made 3 different dishes yesterday, and here I am just sampling everything, because we all in the house together, so we all in the house, and she made some kind of sloppy Joe roll, then she made some kind of mini funnel cakes. Then she turned back around and made some kind of steak wrap. I mean, it was crazy because she was bored and she likes to cook anyway. So she's been cooking for like the last couple of days. I don't like to cook, so she didn't get that from her mama. She didn't get that from me. I can cook now. I can burn when I want to, but I don't like to burn. But she likes to cook, so she was like just making stuff. So by dinner time, my husband was like, "What you gonna eat for dinner?" I was like, "Man, I don't even know. Like, I feel like I've been eating all day. I couldn't even eat dinner. I ate a yogurt and a tangerine. I was like, I can't even eat anything. I feel like crap." Because all day long, she was just experimenting with stuff. And everybody was just tasting a little bit of this and tasting a little bit of that. So somebody was saying they was working on their beach body. And there's going to be no beach bodies. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Woo, there's going to be no beach bodies. No, it's not true. Because some people are really dedicated to their exercise plan. I ain't one of them. I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I'm not one of them. But there are some people who are really dedicated to their exercise plan. I told my husband last night, listen, I'm gonna get on this, but we got a bike in our bedroom. This is shameful. I'm ashamed to share this with you guys, but I'm gonna share it anyway. So we got a bike in the bedroom that all I gotta do is get on the bike. I get on it every now and then, but I told him, I said, start Monday. You know, Monday's always the starting point. Starting Monday, I'm gonna get on this bike and we're gonna ride it every morning. And I am. I really am. Because now I don't have anything but time on my hands. But anyway, and I was about to say something, but I lost it. But there are some diehard people who are going to exercise no matter what, because that's just who they are. And then there's some of us, this is just a real good excuse not to exercise. You know, I'm locked in the house, you know, I can't go out. So we won't have beach bodies. But, the ones that's diehard, they'll have beach bodies. When beach season come around and we're able to go to the beaches again, they'll have beach bodies. We won't. I won't be one of them. And listen, so that's the one thing I do know. Here's the other thing I know. Let's see how many babies are born in January. Between December and January, let's see how many babies are born. I believe this is going to be the highest rate of births coming up in 21 than ever in history, because people are, I'm talking about locked down. When you look at, let me tell you something. They showed a picture of Times Square. Like, I've never, ever seen Times Square empty. Times Square was, you can count the people in Times Square. That's a lot of people to be locked up, laid up together. It's going to be a lot of babies born in January. Between December, January, and February, it's going to be a lot of babies. I cannot wait to see the number of babies being born in those months. I just can't, because I just know. I was telling them, I said, ooh-wee, it's going to be a lot of babies born next year. So January, going to have a ton of New Year's babies. All right, let's get on to some horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen for today, Thursday, November. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about, not November. March 26, 2020, y'all. I'm already in Thanksgiving. This is crazy, right? What? Yeah. All right. We're going to kick it off like we normally do, and that's with Aries. Aries, concentrate on your career and on money making. All right. You will be in the doghouse if you are being, I have no idea what that means. If you are being what, Aries? Don't get in the doghouse for being something that you shouldn't be being. I'm just saying. You'll be inclined to make unwise investment choices. The best part of your horoscope today is focus on your career and money making. The rest of your horoscope, don't listen. If you're gonna make some investment choices, consult a professional. That's all I'm gonna say with that. I say it all the time, especially if you don't know what the heck you're doing. Consult somebody, not your friend, not the one who say you know, a real professional, before you make that investment. That's all I'm saying. That could save you some time and trouble and some money. Taurus, your ideas may be a little ahead of their time. Don't push them. Instead, just continue working on development. Catch up on your correspondence. Sit back and observe, regardless of how hard that might be. Sit back and watch. Shut your mouth, Taurus, and just watch. And let me tell you something. I understand when they say your ideas may be a little ahead of its time. That has happened to me so many times. It hurts. I try to get past the pain. Listen, before podcasting became a thing, I was podcasting. And then I stopped because I was like, okay, there's nothing happening with this thing. So I stopped and started doing some other stuff. And fast forward to like 2018, 19, 2017, 18, it just blew up. And I'm like, what the heck? So I've always been ahead of my time. Internet TV. I started back in 2013. Had an internet TV channel. Still have it. Called HerTube, right? People looking at me like I had two heads. I was like, you could be your own Netflix. They was like, what? What is she talking about? Way ahead of my time. Way ahead of my time. I invented the first plus size fashion doll back in 1999. Nobody was making fat fashion dolls. Now Mattel got a doll. Everybody got a doll. Way ahead of my time. Look, this one lady told me when I went to an investment meeting, I went to this, and I'm going to get back to the horoscope, but I got to tell y'all this quick story. So, I had this idea for this doll. I was working at Verizon at the time. I had this idea for this doll. I hated my job, and God gave me this bright idea to invent this plus size fashion doll, right? So went on, Georgette and I became partners, invented the fashion doll, and then I went to an investment meeting. This lady had found out about the doll. I think she read about it in a magazine or something. She found out about the doll. She had an investment club. It was a bunch of them. They made investments into things, and I was so excited because they wanted to invest in the doll company. We were looking for investors at the time. So she invited me to come over to meet all the people in the investment club, but her sister was late, right? So her sister was late, and she took a long time coming, so I had everything laid out. I had the dolls there. Everybody was so excited about the dolls. And her sister comes in about 30 minutes late. So it was okay because I was talking to the rest of the investment people, the rest of the investment club. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking to them. So she comes in and she sits down and she kind of sighs. And before I could even make my presentation, they was like, well, what's wrong with you? She was like, I don't want to invest in no fat doll. I'm fat. Why I want to look at a fat doll every day? I thought I would just fall on the floor and just pass out. She killed the whole investment deal. I was looking at her like, you got to be kidding me. She hated herself. She could not understand why the dolls that I had invented was important to the universe, because they were. She just killed it. And from that day forward, the investment clubs just shut down because they didn't talk to me, and I was so inexperienced at the time, I couldn't even come back with a good comeback. She killed my deal. I didn't have an investment from them. It was crazy. She shut it down because she hated who she was, and she felt like nobody else would want that doll. Here's what they did not know. Had nothing to do with the doll being plus size. It had everything to do with the doll being a doll. And it was crazy because I didn't learn that till later. It had everything to do with the doll being a very unique doll. That's what made her so more valuable. Because she was a black, like we had a black doll, white doll, and Hispanic doll. The company was called Big Beautiful Dolls. What made those dolls so valuable was that they were different dolls. They were unique dolls. And people loved them. But they even loved my Deja doll, which was a black doll, even more. And the most people that bought her were white people. And I had to ask them one time, why do you guys buy this doll and won't buy the white doll? They told me the white doll was ugly. They was like, she is ugly. And I was like, it was the same mold, guys. The same mold. But they hated the white doll. They loved Deja, but they hated Dawn. And Dina was kind of in the middle, because she was like, she could go either way, light skin, black, but she was really Hispanic, right? And they would buy her, but they would only buy her for 2 reasons: because her name was Dina, and because she had on purple. And they would tell me that, oh, she has on my favorite color. Nothing about the doll itself. When they bought Deja, they was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And I'm like, really? It's the same doll, different skin tones. I'm trying to tell you now. And I ain't mean to digress, but I had to tell y'all that story because I felt like it was a good story. All right. Let's keep going. I know I done messed the horoscopes all up. Gemini, your family needs to spend some time with you. With you too. Well, we spend a lot of time with the 2 Geminis in my house. Trying to deal with your mate will be unproductive and possibly hurtful. The information that you gain can be used in every aspect of your life. Yeah, spend some time with your family, Gemini. They probably want to get away from us right now because there's a bunch of us and we got 2 Geminis. They probably want to leave us real quick. Anyway, the information that you gain can be used in every aspect of your life. So use the information that you gain wisely to help your life, every aspect of it. Cancer, romantic dinner, followed by a quiet evening with the one who is enticing you, should be most satisfying. Don't let small misunderstandings get in the way. Find ways to make extra cash. Start making things or using rather than buying ready-made. That romantic dinner sounds nice. Just make sure they wash their hands, and make sure they take the temperature. Get your thermometer out, take the temperature, and wash their hands. That's all I'm saying. You can have a romantic dinner with the mask on. I don't know how romantic that's going to be, but you may just have to. Cancer. I'm just saying. This is a little bug going around that's not discriminating. Leo, don't trust others with your important information. If you're looking to do something worthwhile, consider volunteer work. You will be best suited to do things around the house or inviting friends over for a visit. Okay, Leo, listen here. Consider volunteering. They need volunteers everywhere right now, but just know that there's this little bug going around and does not discriminate. And also, invite your friends over. That's wonderful. Make them wash their hands at the door for 20 seconds, singing the happy birthday song, and take their temperature. That's all I'm saying. Virgo, confusion is apparent, and you'll need some sound advice if you want to do the right thing. Use discretion in your dealings and refrain from making verbal promises of any kind. Make changes to your domestic scene. Listen, don't make any promises, Virgo, that you cannot keep. It's something I really want to say, but it's a family show. It's an old saying, don't make promises. I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, don't do it. Do some work at home, Virgo. Make some changes on your domestic scene. Clean up, decorate. You got time on your hands. Do some artwork. Change your furniture around. Just make some changes at home right now. I don't know. Do your laundry. I don't know. You're locked in. You ain't got nothing but time on your hands right now. All right, listen, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen and listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. Stay tuned.
Something to buy, yeah. Set the potato, sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while. I'm living that high life. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go. Unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to play, yeah. Tell me how you feeling when you hear the lyric, yeah. My heart's in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. I left my heart in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. Shopping the girl, I brought a girl on my Vespa. She said I already told ya, yeah, yeah. I never dated a black guy. I said you're brown yourself. Let me offer help. Come on inside. Where everybody knows your name, everybody knows your name. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go. Unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to and fro. To and fro, back and forth, yeah. Caught some kids dancing in the alleyway. Crazy how the melodies began to play, yeah. Tell me how you feeling when you hear the lyric, yeah. My heart's in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. I left my heart in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. Separate again. Sunlight that always stays in and by the waterway. It's that sweet life, sweet life, sweet life. I never wanna go home, go home. I'm living in Stockholm, Stockholm. I never wanna go home, go home. Living in Stockholm, Stockholm. I never wanna go home, go home. I'm living in Stockholm, Stockholm. Yeah. Shut up, I get the bed, the bed. We get good, we get good, 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 good,
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thiason. And we're going to pick it up with Libra. Sudden romantic connections may be short-lived. Catch up on overdue phone calls and correspondence. You are best to sit back and think it through rather than add to the ranting and the raving. Listen, sit back, fall back, Libra. Think this thing through. Don't add to the mess. Don't add to the confusion. Don't add to none of that crap. You just think it through. And them romantic connections you think you got going on, yeah, that's going to die real quick. It's not today. Not today. Not today. Scorpio, join a club or do work that or work off that excess energy. But consider ways of doing that without spending the money. Your greatest gains will come through your creative ideas. Catch up on your reading and correspondence. Scorpio, that sounds like all the stuff I'm going to be doing today. Not join a club, though, but this weekend. Like, I was like this morning, like, okay, I need to read. I got to take this class. I got my whole bags of crafts downstairs. Like, I got a bunch of stuff. Keep myself, you know what? And now I'm starting to get used to it a little bit. First, it was like I'm getting stir crazy, but here's the funny thing. Like, we could get too used to this. It's not a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's not a good thing because what happens when you get too used to being in the house? Then you don't want to go out anyway. Now I'm thinking I got my crafts. Like, I'm going to do some decoupage this weekend. I got some resin. I'm gonna make some things. I ordered this thing from Amazon. I'm excited about it's crafts, and so you guys have already talked about how crafty I want to be. I'm gonna get my opportunity this weekend. Yeah. Sagittarius, your outgoing nature will surprise others today. You can make money if you put your savings into conservative investments. You can make alterations to your appearance that everyone will admire. All right, so I can understand making money. I don't know what kind of alterations you're going to make to your appearance that everybody's going to admire, but that's a good thing. Put your money into conservative investments. And you don't know what they are, Sagittarius? Consult a professional. The stock markets are crazy right now. They're up and down and up, round and round. They're crazy. My guess is it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I would consult a professional who knows exactly what they're doing when it comes to your money. Conservative or not, consult a professional. Capricorn, don't overspend or give too freely to others. Your love would not be willing to listen to your criticism. Hidden assets can be doubled if you play your cards right. Okay, you got some hidden assets. It's going to double. It must not be in the stock market. Because right now ain't nothing doubling in the stock market. It's a mess. I'm just saying. And don't give too freely to others. Don't overspend. Hold on to the coins, Capricorn. Hold on tight. It's not your day to overspend and give too freely. Your assets need to double. But you got to play your cards right. That means you may not be able to give out so much today. All right. Aries, elders may need your help. Do not hesitate to help elders with legal documents that are too confusing to them. Try not to allow superiors or those in a higher position take advantage of you. Stand your ground. Now, if it means you getting fired, you might want to think about that. Don't ask me because I'm the one who say, look, stand your ground. Yeah, I don't care who it is. That was me when I used to be an employee. I wasn't a bad employee because I did my work and I did it well. But I swear I had a problem with superiors because they were always trying to tell you to do stuff. I want to say something else, but this is a family show. They was always trying to tell you to do stuff that didn't make no sense. Some of the stuff they didn't even know how to do themselves. And then they want to write you up. And I was like, get out of my face. So I would say stuff like that. Get in trouble. Like, I don't care. Write me up. I was in a union. Like, I was a union delegate. Like, they would threaten me. I'd threaten them back. I'm going to the union because I'm a delegate. I was in a union. I was a delegate. I had to go to the meetings and fight with people. I should have been a lawyer, right? Not. I probably bored out of my mind. All right. Anyway, help an elder person with some legal documents. If you know they don't understand, help them. And if you don't understand, bring in a professional that can help both of you. If you don't understand, don't mess the people up. Don't mess the old people up. Bring in somebody that can help both of you understand what it is that you're trying to understand. That's your help to them. All right? All right, Aquarius. And my fellow fish Pisces, you are best to avoid such unsavory circumstances, especially if you're in a group situation. The key to feeling good about yourself will be to do something about it. Let me say that again. The key to feeling good about yourself will be to do something about it. Changes regarding family members will set you off, okay? I'm not going to accept that last part. But this other part, the key to feeling good about yourself is to do something about it. Yes, that's the key. That's the key to everything in life. If you have an issue in this life, the key to making it better is to do something about it. Talking about it is not doing something about it. I'm just saying, talking about the problem is not doing something about the problem. I get it. Some people just want to complain. The key to feeling good about who you are, do something about it. Make a change in your own life. I'm just saying. All right, listen, that's all the horoscopes I got today. I'll be back again tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be back again on Monday at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. But right now, let's get on to some news you can use. So apparently, there are some restaurants here in Gwinnett County that have decided to repurpose their services. Yes, I thought this was a great story. 2 Gwinnett County restaurants have pivoted to help their neighbors after closing to dine-in customers because of the coronavirus pandemic. Good Word Brewing, a downtown Duluth brew pub, has stopped serving its regular menu altogether. For more than a week, the restaurant has been operating as a soup kitchen for whoever needs a meal. Head brewer Tom D'Amato has switched from a brewmaster to a soup master. So he's turned his restaurant into a soup kitchen. I think that's amazing. Yep. And one of my favorite places, Universal Joint, has decided it was going to be a one-stop shop. Universal Joint said, you know what? We're still serving to-go meals, but here's the thing. When you come up here and get a meal, you can also pick up some toilet paper, some pounds of ground beef, bags of produce, and rolls from the restaurant pantry. Yep. They got family-sized meals and to-go beer and wine. So they have, listen, you back your truck up to the back door, and the customers, the employees going to come and load up your trunk. Yep. Or the back seat of your car. Yep. So that is really nice. So if you're in Duluth, you can go to, you can go and get meals over kitchen. You can go over to Good Word Brewing downtown Duluth and get some soup. You know, now they're not brew masters, they're soup masters. I think that's pretty cute. That's a new branding for you guys. You might want to think about that. I like it, soup master. And if you're over here in Lawrenceville, my joint, Universal Joint downtown Lawrenceville, where I love, they got a chicken roll over there, guys, that I absolutely love. Like, it is so good. It's like a spicy chicken roll. It's like, it's got grapes. Oh, so good. You got to try it. It's got grapes and I think cheese in it. It is so freaking good. But anyway, won't be able to get that for a minute. Right now, they are one-stop shop. So if you want, takeout food, you can get that as well. But you can also pick up pounds of ground beef, bags, produce, rolls, toilet paper, and you can also get beer and wine on takeout. Let me tell you what I said earlier. It's going to be some babies born this year. You hear me? Yeah. Yep. I'm just saying it is. There's going to be some baby born. Anyway, Universal's Joint is located on Pike Street. So if you want to go check that out, it's on Pike Street. You can check it out. And get your needs. If you run out of toilet, but they got some over there for you. See, they're a restaurant, so they know that they needed all this stuff. So they probably got it stockpiled in storage somewhere that they're not using. So if people need toilet paper, this is a great opportunity for them to go check it out. So Pike Street, Universal Joint, and Good Word Brewing over in Duluth. So check, it's a great thing that they're doing. Listen, we all have to improvise right now. We all have to compromise. We all have to come together because we are better together. That's just a fact. We are better together. It is just a fact. And, I like to see stuff like that going on. And let me just tell y'all this story because some of these stories I just cannot make up. And this is one of them. Oh, so disgusting. So a grocery store had to throw out $35,000 worth of food because a woman intentionally coughed on the food, sparking a coronavirus fear. The police said they need to throw her ass in jail. And I know this is a family show, but they need to throw her in jail. Oh my God! So a woman purportedly coughed on $35,000 worth of food at a Pennsylvania grocery store. Police said she likely faces criminal charges for coughing. One of the primary ways the novel coronavirus spread. There go that word again, novel. That is the second time I've been hearing coronavirus for the last 2 months. And novel, what is novel? Nobody has told me what that is. The unnamed woman entered a small grocery chain Giretti's supermarket in Hanover Township and started coughing on produce, bakery items, meat, and other merchandise. Chain co-owner Joe Fasula wrote on Facebook, the staff quickly removed her from the store and called Hanover Township police, who found her a few hours later and took her into custody. They need to throw her ass under the jail. And she don't need to get out, sit in there. I don't understand why people are so stupid and evil. Why would you do that? She don't need to get out. They need to put her with somebody who got it. No, I take that back, Lord. But I'm just saying, why? Why would you do that? Like I was looking at, somebody showed me something on Facebook. I love Arizona tea. Now I won't drink it. So I'm looking at the thing. The guy walks by, open the Arizona tea and spits in it. Why would you do that? What kind of crazy people are these people? Oh my God, just sick. Throw her in the jail. Don't let her out. She need to get 5 years for doing that. Because she could have, what if she got it? She don't even know if she has it or not. Now you done started, remember back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when HIV and AIDS first kind of jumped out there, when it became mainstream, everybody knew about it. It was like guys who were just going around sleeping with everybody because they was pissed off because they had the virus, right? And a couple of them got arrested and went to prison because that was like attempted murder. They called that attempted murder because it was. Because back then it was like they didn't have the medication, so people were dying. I remember this girl I went to high school with. I was working at the hospital. Remember I just told you I worked in a union. I was a union delegate when I was at the hospital. I worked at the hospital. And I remember going to high school with this girl. Her name was Rose. And she was a pretty girl. Tall, light-skinned girl. Kind of thin, The girl came into the hospital. I'm looking at her. I'm like, look like I know this girl. You were young. I had to be. I didn't have my daughter, so I was probably 21, 22. Now, mind you, I said high school, so that means we got out when we were 18. 3 years later, she had full-blown AIDS. And she came into that hospital. I almost did not recognize her. And I looked at her name. I was like, that is her. She had full-blown AIDS. But here's what I'm saying. Back then, when you were just running around willy-nilly, knowingly spreading disease, you went to prison. That was attempted murder. For people that do stupid stuff like this, and I want to say something else. I already said too much because this is a family show. But people that do stupid stuff like this, they need to go to jail. Do some time. You want to be stupid? Do some time for it. I don't care about the jails overcrowded. For them people right there, who you trying to infect a whole lot of people with your stupidness, put them in jail. That's what I'm saying. All right, I get passionate about stupid people. There's a lot of them in this world. All right, anyway. So COVID-19 cases rise in the state of Georgia. Yesterday I announced that we were at 1,097. Just 24 hours later, we're at 1,387. Yep. State health officials said 47 people have now died, and we're at 1,387 cases confirmed. Whew. And the president want to send us back to the way we were. We will never be the way we were. It's not going to happen. The president, the governor, all you guys, I don't care what they say. I'm not going out there. You're not sending me out as I hate to say this because I might sound like a conspiracy theorist at this point because I feel like one sometimes because I just look at this stuff. This is like an undercover purge to me. Like, I feel like this is like the purge, right? Yeah. Think about that for a second. We're going to get rid of some folks because it's overcrowded. But y'all don't know. Y'all done put everybody in the house. A whole bunch of babies going to be born next year. So you ain't going to purge out enough. But it feels like the purge, right? That sounds crazy. I know. But we were talking about this like, don't this feel like the purge? Like all of a sudden we got this thing that's going around just wiping folks out like in big droves. And they saying, go back into general population. It's going to be okay. Just go on back out there. Just stay out there. Not me. Nope. Anyway, there have been 140 new cases of the coronavirus disease known as COVID-19 and 7 additional deaths confirmed in Georgia since noon yesterday. State health officials announced Wednesday night. The latest update from Georgia Department of Public Health at 7 p.m. shows that there are now 1,387 cases of the disease in the state, and the number of people who have died stands at 47. 47 people have lost their lives. Listen, we still have to be careful. We have to be careful because we don't know. It does not discriminate. It's like HIV used to be back in the day. Don't discriminate. Does not. Yep. Gwinnett has had 69 cases of disease reported so far, so that number is steadily rising. An increase of 21 confirmed cases in 7 hours in Gwinnett. Let me say that again for my Gwinnetians. Gwinnett has had, according to the Gwinnett Daily Post and the Department of Public Health, Gwinnett has had 69 cases of the disease reported so far. That is an increase of 21 confirmed cases in 7 hours in Gwinnett County. 21. So I reported yesterday, what I reported? 48. So 7 hours after I reported it, it went up to 21. Now, it's like almost 12 o'clock today. It may be at, I don't know, almost 100. Yeah. Yep. The county of residence is unknown in 160 cases. Yeah. So Gwinnett got 69 cases, 21 since yesterday. 21 new ones. Yep. It's not planned. It does not discriminate. Yep. It doesn't discriminate. Yeah. So let me give y'all some rundown about the cases. So right now, DeKalb got 204 cases reported so far. DeKalb County. Doherty County, which is my home county, has 125. Is that right? Let me see. No. Fulton got 204. Fulton got 204 cases confirmed. DeKalb got 125. Doherty County has 123 cases. Cobb County has 109. Bartow County has 82. And Gwinnett has 69. It's climbing. That's all I'm saying. Like, we have to be careful and use common sense. I understand the economy is down. It's going to be even worse if you die. Not for you, because you're going to be went on to heaven. But for those who are left behind, the families that are going to be left behind. Like, I saw a football coach this morning on the news. I didn't even watch it all because it breaks my heart. But he passed away. He had it. He was a football coach. Can you imagine all the people that loved him? Can you imagine all the people that loved all the people that have died from this thing that's just floating around in the air? They saying, hey, it's going to be okay. All right, anyway, I'm going to a song. I'll be back after this song to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. Stay tuned.
Tell me, do you feel the same?
back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So President Jimmy Carter has asked donors to not give money to the Carter Center, but to give the money that they would normally donate to the Carter Center to other organizations around the county and in the United States that are helping to control and fight and provide resources for the coronavirus victims, the coronavirus workers, and the people of the communities. And the Carter Center was established in 1982 in Atlanta with initiatives that included fighting diseases in developing countries. Well, here we go, President Carter. We need the Carter Center to help fight the ones that keep popping up in the United States. And I know, they need us too. I know. But as you can see right now, we got a mess going on here. And we don't know whether or not we're taking malaria medicine. We don't know if we're taking Ebola medicine. We don't know if we're taking cough syrup. We don't know what the heck we're taking because nobody knows how to treat this thing. But prayerfully, they'll find something soon. But that's a great thing that he and his family has decided to do, to forego any donations that would normally come to the Carter Center for them to actually give that money to other organizations around that need their support right now. Because right now we need masks. I was looking at the news this morning, and I'm not a news watcher, you know what I mean? Like, because it's so depressing, but I have to stay abreast of what's going on right now. But I was watching the news this morning, and there was a company, and I thought this was genius, made me started to think. There was a company that started printing out 3D masks with a 3D printer. So one of the things I understand about where we are right now is that, one, it's forcing us to get closer to our family and friends because we're kind of locked in there together. Two, it's forcing us to become aware of our surroundings and just things in our lives because you have nothing but time to sit back. So you can either do one or two things right now. You can sit back and wallow in, why is this happening to me? Or you can say, okay, there's a lesson here. What is the lesson? Right? What can I take from this? What can I learn from this? So it's going to make you more aware if you're willing to become more aware. That's the thing. You got to be open to becoming more aware of your life, of your message, of your meaning, of your purpose. You got to be open for that. That's not something that's just going to happen. Right? When you're open to it, it'll show up for you. The other thing I realize is that this is going to spark a new wave of innovation, right? Nobody was thinking about making a mask with the 3D printer up until now. Now people are saying, you know what, let's pop out this 3D printer and make these masks because we need to make them because they're running short. And not only that, can you imagine making a 3D mask with a piece of something that can protect your breathing, that you can dispose of that versus the whole mask because it's plastic. So I took a picture yesterday. My husband, I told him to ask his job, could we buy some N95 masks from them because he works in pharmaceutical, right? He forgot. So he came home and he went in the garage because he's been in pharmaceutical for over 30 years. And so we got all kinds of stuff, in our garage from pharmaceutical. But he went in the garage and he pulled this mask out from, it smelled like mildew. So I know it's been there for a while. It's probably been there for 7 years since we moved here. Pulled the mask out. He brought it upstairs and I said to him, what am I supposed to do with that? He said, I forgot to ask my job, but here. So he put it on the table. It's this big old plastic mask that they wear. Well, they don't wear it at his job, but they wore it at one of his other jobs. It's crazy. And so I took a picture so you guys can see the mask. Now, here's the thing. Yes, I will be protected. But who the heck has that type of mask just laying around their house? So if you want to see what the mask look like, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and you'll see me on the front page with the mask on. Nobody has that just laying around the house except for us because, he's been in pharmaceutical forever. So we have Tyvek suits and all kinds of crazy stuff we have around here. So we could really be okay for a minute, right? But this is going to spark innovation because when you look at that mask that I have on, there are 3D printers that can print something smaller than that does not cover up your whole face, or there's a way for you to take a visor and make a visor to attach to something that can be printed with a 3D printer. So this is going to make us more innovative to look at these type of things and say, hey, and I'm honestly, I'm thinking about, wow, you know what, this is something real. Like these are real opportunities. So what is this trying to teach us? Is it trying to teach us to look out for opportunities? Is it trying to teach us to not take shit for granted? Let me just say it like that. Don't take stuff for granted because we take too much for granted, right? Don't take stuff for granted. Don't take for granted that you're going to be here tomorrow. Do not, because you won't. Don't take your family and friends for granted because they may not be here tomorrow. Do not do that. Don't take anything for granted, right? But look at the lesson that to be learned here. What is this teaching us? How to come together as a world, not just a country, as a world. Because this thing is not affecting not just the U.S., it's affecting the entire world in some form or fashion. You may not have it floating around your area, but I guarantee you there's no traveling coming to your area, right? You may not have anybody sick where you live at right now, but there's nobody flying into your country either to spend any money because they're coming from somewhere that has it. So we're on lockdown. Airlines are on lockdown. Everything is on lockdown. So no matter where you are in the world, it's affecting you some kind of way. So what is this trying to teach us? How to be more innovative? Could be. Because now people are coming up with ways to make these plastic masks printed with 3D printers. I thought that was genius. I'm like, wow, that's freaking cool, right? You got to know what you're doing, but it doesn't take a lot to learn this stuff. You know, people are trying to figure out, what's a good vitamin to fight this off. Should I mix a vitamin? So I'm always trying to mix up something. I told you my husband works in pharmaceutical. I'm always saying, hey, listen, can we mix this and this together to make this? I'm always doing that. And, he kind of blow me off because he know I'm an ideal person. But now I'm thinking, well, maybe we need to mix some vitamin C with some zinc and some this and some this. And maybe we got this pill that help you fight off, probiotics in it, all the shit they telling us to drink right now and put it all together. Yeah, let me put it all together in a capsule. So I know a little bit about something. But let's put it all in a veggie cap, or let's put it in a tablet with a time release on it. That's that pharmaceutical. That's been married to a pharmaceutical guy. But anyway, I digress. I'm just saying, we got to think, Kudos to President Jimmy Carter and his family for saying, you know what, don't give us the money, give it to other organizations that need it. That's what they're saying. Ooh, and here's a biggie, y'all. Unemployment claims soared to 3.3 million last week, the most in history. That is a lot. That is a lot of people. And I know they got the stimulus plan coming. My brother sent me a text this morning. He said, yeah, we don't qualify for the stimulus plan. So we're going to need everybody to chip in $150 so we can get some money. Ooh, that thing was funny. I was like, me neither. So, heck. Somebody need to chip in and give me $150. Anyway, a record number of Americans filed for the first week of unemployment benefits last week as businesses shut down to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Initial jobless claims soared to a seasonal adjusted 3.28 million in the week ended March 21st, according to the Department of Labor. That's a lot. That is the highest number of initial jobless claims in history. In history, y'all. Since the Department of Labor started tracking the data in 1967. The previous highest was 695,000 claims filed the week ending October 2nd in 1982. Yeah, this is pretty terrible on so many fronts. So that's a lot of people. But hopefully the stimulus plan is going to help everybody out. Hopefully, they'll find the right medicine to stop this thing in its track. Hopefully they will. That's the prayer. Auburn moves forward with virtual planning meeting. Virtual. The key word there being virtual. Yep. Over the next 6 months, Auburn is working to update plan for downtown and immediately surrounding areas, which is being called the Define Our Auburn, an LCI study. The city is seeking input from local citizens to ensure the success of the city's studies. The first meeting will be held virtually at 10:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. on March the 31st, which is next Tuesday. Morning and evening sessions will include an overview of the planning process and engagement activities to gather additional feedback. To register to participate, you can go to tinyurl, that's tinyurl.com/Auburn March 31st MTG. Or just go to ajc.com and click on Gwinnett under county and then click on the Auburn story. But yes, they're going to be doing this meeting. They want your input. They're going to be doing it virtually so anybody can get on in and give their input. Because they are not... They are not going to take a chance next week to be in person doing this meeting. So virtually they're going to be doing the see. That's what I'm talking about. Got to innovate. You got to take advantage of all these wonderful tools that we have out. We got some good ones. We got some good tools. But you got to do it. Gwinnett County Public Schools will resume digital learning, meal deliveries week after spring break. Yep, it's going to keep going. So the Gwinnett County Public Schools announced it will continue digital learning and providing meals for students following spring break, starting April the 6th, continuing through April the 10th. Plans for the week of April the 13th will be communicated after spring break, a district spokesperson said. Next week, March 30th through April the 3rd, GCPS spring break, and meals will not be provided to the students while the offices are closed. GCPS is currently working Gwinnett Cares and the co-ops in the county, which will provide a plan of serving Gwinnett families who need assistance during spring break. So they're working on it. So they're not going to be actually serving through the school system. However, they're working with Gwinnett Cares, and I talked about them last week, to help families who are in need of food during the spring break, food and support during the spring break. So, but after spring break, they're going to go back and they're going to do digital learning, and they're also going to be providing meals to students who need it after the spring break, because they're going to still be out. We don't know where this thing is going. At least they're stepping up saying, you know what, this is what we're going to do. But for the week of March the 30th, they will not be providing school meals, but they are working with Gwinnett Cares. So if you want more information about the services that Gwinnett Cares offer, you can go to their website to GwinnettCares.org. GwinnettCares.org. They are offering assistance to families who are in need. So go to their website, www.GwinnettCares.org, for more information. All right, this is my last thing before I go to my last song. But listen to this. I'm a little bit upset about this. Why we don't have okay, Gwinnett, I love you to life, right? But why we don't have a drive-through? Like, we could be all going to the drive-through right now. To the drive-in movie, not drive-through, the drive-in movie. So, Starlight Drive-In Theater in Atlanta, you can drive in and watch the movie. That sounds amazing. So, I don't know. If you want to get out the house, but you still want to be, like, away from everybody, you can go to the drive-in theater. It's a classic drive-in theater. It's open 7 days a week with shows starting at 8:30 p.m. Tickets are $9 for adult, $1 for kids ages 5 to 9. Now, my thing is you got to pay per, I thought you paid per car. I guess you got to pay per person in the car. Anyway, admissions for 2 movies playing on the same screen. Gates open an hour before the showtime. Snack bars offers popcorn, soft drinks, and other food items. Here's the thing, you're in your car, so take your own snacks. But I think this is a great idea. If you want to get out the house, you want to go to, at least go see a movie. I don't know what's playing, but all I know is right now there's a drive-in theater called Starlight Drive-In Theater in Atlanta, 2000 Moreland Avenue, Southeast in Atlanta. You can go to the movies. It's open every day at 8:30. So you can go to the drive-in and watch a movie. You want to get out the house, you just need to get out the house. I may do this tomorrow night or Saturday. I think tomorrow's supposed to be really, really nice. So we may go to the drive-in. I've never been to a drive-in before. I didn't even know it was one this close to me. But anyway, it's something to think about. You want to get out the house. You just want to do something different. Pack up some food. Make your own food at home. Pack your car. Get you some potato chips. You know, the stuff you can't get in movie theaters. Get you some Muskie barbecue potato chips and some sweet tea. And take it on in the movie theater and get you some chocolate-covered cashews and sit there and enjoy the movie in your car. Sounds amazing, and I may just do that tomorrow. This sounds really, really good. All right, listen, I'm going to go to my last song of the day, then I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration before we shut it down for the weekend.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl. I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, pretend back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising. I'm soaring above it. It all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Higher to a bird. You, I'm rising. I'm soaring above it. It all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you a word of inspiration to get you through the rest of this week and the weekend, because there's a lot going on. So here's my inspiration for today. Hope does more good than doubt ever could. Let me say that again. Hope does more good than doubt ever could. You can choose to be hopeful, or you can choose to be doubtful. Which one do you choose? I choose hope. Let's keep hope alive. Let's keep hope alive. Let's remove the doubt and keep hope alive. Because it does more good to be hopeful. It does no good to be doubtful. It just doesn't. So I want you to go through the rest of this day feeling hopeful and grateful. The two of them together. The two of those together is going to get you through the rest of this weekend, through the rest of this week, through the rest of life. Marry hope. Marry it to gratefulness, and be grateful for the people around you. Be grateful for the things that you had, and be hopeful that we're going to be better off than we were before. That's all I got for you this week. Thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world. You spent the last 1 hour and 1 minute with me, and I appreciate you so much. I'll be back again on Monday at 10 a.m. God willing. If you missed any episode of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and check out past episodes. If you like the show, please subscribe to the show now. Give it 5 stars. Share the show with your friends. I really appreciate you listening. And I'll be back again on Monday. Be safe, guys. Use common sense. Tell your people you love them. Be grateful. And keep hope alive. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you liked this episode, subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit www.noisemedia.us.